the head coach of the DSHA Dashers, Brian Hendricks. Coach, thanks for taking a few minutes out of work today to talk some hoops tonight and talk about your Dashers.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me. We love doing stuff with you guys.
Well, great start to the season so far for you guys. A quick 4-0 start. Pretty good competition as well. You guys opened conference play last Friday with a 62-17 win over Wauwatosa East. Forced 38 turnovers. And, again, holding the Raiders to 17 points. I mean, are you starting to see an identity come out of this team so far this year, early in the season?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, our girls have bought into the fact that we're going to be a defensive specialist team. The girls love playing defense, and that it's fun for us because that means we get to run. We run the whole game. We're consistently at, a 9-man rotation where it's just insert next player here who wants to run and trap and press and, really create offensive opportunities through our defensive play.
Well, and one of the things that that's said about your team is you guys are a very athletic team, and maybe not a quote unquote basketball team, but yet you're averaging, in the high 60s, per game offensively. I mean, you guys are doing a lot of scoring as well.
Yes, and I mean, I would agree. We are a very athletic team, but I think we're a really good basketball team as well. I mean, most of our offense comes from transition because we run a lot. We force a lot of turnovers. But, if you force us to play in the half court, I trust all of our players to run the offense and find the good shots. That's something we harp on is, when we are forced to play half court offense, don't force it. Just get the right shot. And with our girls, we're good enough shooters and we're good enough getting to the paint where we're hitting those shots.
Well, and competition-wise, I mean, certainly you guys have played some pretty stiff competition to start the year. We talked about this in the season preview show with you, just about your schedule. And, so far, I mean, you beat Muskego by 30, and Muskego just beat Arrowhead last week.
Right.
Knocked off a really good DeBerlin Eisenhower team and handled a Mishicot team that I saw last week that looks pretty darn good. You handled them pretty easily as well, but you really got to be thrilled with how the season's starting for you guys.
Oh, it's been so much fun to watch the girls play. Like we just talked about, defense has been something the girls have bought into from the beginning of the year. And like we talked in the preseason show, we wanted to challenge ourselves as much as we could in out of conference because you play GMC, it's going to be hard no matter what day it is. So the way the girls have responded to, I think 3 really good non-conference teams and, each of them had almost 30 turnovers a game. The girls are just buying in and doing what they need to do every day.
Well, tonight will pose a whole new set of challenges for you
Yes.
guys. You're getting a really, really strong Germantown team. They've only lost one game. That's to, of course, the perennial state champion Beaver Dam Golden Beavers. But, it stops with Natalie McNeil on that team. But, there's a lot of weapons on that Germantown team. What do you got to do tonight to slow that train down?
Well, being a Catholic school, we're going to pray. That's one of the best things that we can do. No, Germantown, they're a class program. They run a great system. They have people that can get to the basket, and they also have really good shooters. But you said it all kind of starts and stops with Natalie, 2-time player of the year. She's averaging 23 points a game. And I contend to this day, I don't know if there's anyone that can actually shut down Natalie McNeil. With that said, then you got to shut everybody else down because Natalie's going to score her 20 to 25, sometimes even 30 because she's that good. So the rest of it is make sure you stop everybody. And they're such a good shooting team. You have to contest every single shot. At the same time, they're really good at getting to the basket. So you have to close out, but you can't over close out because they're going to get by you.
Well, and here's the rub on that. And this better than I do that, everybody else is still a lot of weapons on that team. I mean, Jalen Acker can shoot from deep. I mean, Coach Rowie calls her instant offense. Mm-hmm. You got, of course, the freshman, the Arnold kid, KK Arnold, who's averaging 20-some points a game, coming in. And
you can't forget Katie Richmond, one of the best 3-point shooters in the country.
Yeah, you can't forget Kate. I mean, like I said, one of the best shooters. And, then the whiz kid coming in, the sophomore.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's just, and of course, Amber Ishii underneath. I mean, it's death by 1,000 cuts. I mean, you stop someone somewhere else, but, then you've got, to deal with, another hole in the dam. I mean, how do you handle that?
You just keep coming at them. That's the one thing that you got to do. And, last year we tried some different strategies with them. And this year we're really confident in how we play defense. So we're going to say, okay, we're going to put our defense up against your offense and may the best team win.
Well, and on your side, let's talk about a couple players real quick. Jaden O'Brien, of course, the senior, and we've been watching Jaden for a long, long time. And, a very special kid above and beyond being an athlete. She's a very special kid.
She is.
And she hit the game winner last year in the first match of the 3/4 court buzzer beater that
was awesome.
Beat Germantown last year. Her thoughts on Jaden and really how things are going with her this year.
Yeah, Jade's been great. You can say she's a team leader. She's been a team leader since her freshman year, so none of that has changed. I challenged her to really develop a jump shot this past offseason, just because, people know that Jaden O'Brien gets to the basket, and when she wants to get there, she's almost impossible to stop getting there. So the next evolution in her game was to be able to shoot jumpers and force people to come out and guard her from past the three-point line. And that's something I think she's done a phenomenal job on top of training to be an Olympian one day. So she's one of those special kids that, basketball's her second sport, and she still finds time to put in the effort and the work. And what's cool about Jaden is she's really mentoring her little sister, Caitlin, who's a sophomore up on varsity. And she's kind of bringing Caitlin along to say, look, hey, I'm gone next year. This could be you.
Those Irish Catholics, they just keep coming and coming, don't they?
It's awesome. You lose one O'Brien, you gain another O'Brien. I'm not complaining.
Well, and Coach Barr at Milwaukee Lutheran, the head coach of Milwaukee Lutheran, told me that Jaden is the hardest worker that she's ever had. Obviously, Coach Barr coached with you guys last year, and she's the hardest worker she's ever seen.
Yes, and it's to the point where we do a lot of conditioning with the way we play. So after practice, Jaden will ask, "Hey, can I do another thing?" I say, "Jaden, no, you need to rest. Like, if you want to do something, go shoot free throws. No more running for you. You can run tomorrow when we condition." She's always looking for the next thing to get better.
How big a game is this tonight? I mean, obviously we're still early December. I mean, there's a lot of basketball to play, but you could argue that in the conference in the GMC, this is probably this is one of the games of the year coming up tonight. How big is it to you guys? How big is it to your players? How important is it to get a win tonight?
Yeah, I do think it's an important game, but the way we look at it is if we want to win conference and if we want to get to sectionals, Germantown is one of I think it's 3 or 4 teams that we're going to need to beat 3 times. And personally, all of us here, we want to win that game in February and March, more so than any other game this year. We want to get downstate. So for us, it's an important game, but at the same time, it's just the next game on the schedule, because after tonight, we have to get ready for a pretty good Menominee Falls game. And then we got another game against Hale. So for us, it's important, but it is just, here's the next game.
So in the whole gamesmanship thing with you and Coach Stuvey, Coach is a student of the game, no doubt about that. How much do you show him that? Do you show him the whole hand, or do you hold a couple cards back and hold that for February?
There'll be some cards that maybe he doesn't know that will be added later on in the year. For those, hopefully a couple more games we'll see him at. But he's a great coach. He's been doing this for a long time, and I know he's going to know us in and out, just like we know them in and out. So yeah, there'll be some wrinkles here and there that you might see tonight, and we'll definitely see later on in the year.
Keys tonight for you guys. What are you looking at as the keys to winning tonight's game?
Yeah, so defensively, it's going to be we got to stop penetration, because the way that Germantown gets so many good open looks from 3 is they break you down off the dribble, and if they can't get to the basket, they're kicking an open shooter. So if we can keep any of the 10, 11, 12 ball handlers that Germantown has in front of us, that's going to be key to stop them from the outside. And the second thing, rebounding. Germantown's one of the best rebounding teams in the state. They get a ton of points off second chance opportunities. So for us, it's one shot, they miss it, we get the rebound, and then we have to kind of impose our will and get running. We feel like if we can run, we got a good chance after limiting them to one shot.
Have you charged one player with, hey, your job is Natalie McNeil tonight? Do you have anything like that, or is it by committee?
Nope, it's committee. The way we play defense, we expect everybody to be able to guard everybody, and doesn't matter if you're Natalie McNeil or if you're the 15th person off the bench. You got to be able to stop whoever's in front of you, no matter who it is.
Well, and pace-wise, I'm trying to figure you guys out. I don't have a good beat on you yet. Germantown, I know. Germantown is run the ball up and down the floor, penetrate, kick for 3, and bombs away. If it's past half court and they're open, they're going to shoot it. You guys, I don't exactly know where you are yet. Maybe just because I haven't seen you play as much, but it's weird because you put up a lot of points, and at the same time you're athletic, and I almost wonder, is the plan to try to slow Germantown down tonight, or is the plan, hey, let's run and see who lasts the longest?
Yeah, like I said, we have confidence in our transition game and our ability to pressure and run. So we're going to say let's run, and Germantown is known for their run and gun style, and we like to think, all right, if you're going to run and gun, let's see if you can keep up with us.
I like it. I like it. It should be a great night tonight. Ed Rowie on the call on W7 Light.
Mhm.
So hey, say hello to Coach Rowie for me tonight.
Oh, love seeing Ed.
I'll be up in Slinger with Slinger and West Bend East. And, I told Coach Rowie, I'm like, for W7 Light, I mean, you're sure getting some primo games on the schedule. I mean,
He's been all over the place with great
I
basketball.
know it. I know it. And Larry Klein on the big camera tonight. So should be a fun night tonight. We'll certainly be tuned in during the Slinger East game. Wish you guys the absolute best. And
Thank you.
Good luck tonight. Go Dashers.
Thank you. Appreciate it, Gary. Good talking to you.
You as well. Hey, Brian Hendricks, head coach of DSHA. That game tonight, 7:15 on W7 Light. Pregame 7 o'clock, tip-off 7:15. So W7 Light is our Facebook page, facebook.com/productions